Hello to BD class and mummies and daddies and anybody else. Except other people watching on YouTube. Go and watch another video. This is not for you. Okay. So this is, I'm going to try and explain as quickly as possible the homework. And basically it's multiplication. And the job is to make what's called arrays or an array. Now we looked at arrays a little today in the lesson, and the homework is to draw, or to choose, I should start. The job is to choose three even numbers, not too big. Then after you choose the three numbers, for each of the even numbers you have to draw an array, and then write the multiplication sentences that can go with it. So start again, boys. Choose three even numbers. For each even number, draw an array to represent or to show that number, and then you have to write the multiplication sentences to go with that array and number. Okay, for example, now I had to draw, for long story short, I had to draw lines on here, not using the computer, so this might be messy. I'll try not to make it too messy. Okay, so if the number is 6, let's say the number is 6. Okay, on your paper, or on my pretend paper, I'm going to colour in or shade in 6 squares. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've done it right at the top, only to make sure there's more space for other work. Okay, now, that can be a 6, like that. Now, the number sentence for this can be, if I go round, circle it like that, then the number sentence for this is 1 times 6. So for this array, it's 1 times 6. Or for this way of showing this particular array, it's 1 times 6. However, I can change it to this way, like that. And this is now what? What would be the number sentence for this? Before it was 1 times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one group of 6. What is it this time? Well, this time it's basically, I'm just turning the two numbers the other way. In English, and for English and maths, it's called using the inverse. You can use inverse for addition and multiplication, but not for subtraction and division. Try it at home, see what happens. But for multiplication and for addition, you can use inverse to turn the two numbers, and you still get the same answer. So this time it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in English we might say 6 groups, but group is really not the correct word, but because for a group it has to be 3 things or more. But we kind of use the word group just to keep using the same vocabulary. So 6 groups of. Now here the multiplication sign can be used at meaning groups of. One group of 6. Here 6 groups of 1. Okay, good job. Okay, that's one way you can show the number 6. And there are 2 more ways you can show the number 6. I could do the number 6 like this. Oh, that's not right. I don't want to start there. Oh, boy. No. Okay, start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, again it's 6 squares. The arrangement, the organization is a little different. The organization of the squares is not really important, but it's just I've already used 3 colours, lots of colours already getting mixed up there. So I'm just doing a new one here. Still the same number. And this time, I'm not going to use numbers 1 or 6. What are the 2 numbers I'm going to use? Okay, if I count here, there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm thinking, I can call that 2 groups. So 1 there and 1 there. So 2 groups. So 2 groups of, or 2 times, how many are in each group? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So each group has how many? 3. Okay, so 2 times 3. What I maybe should do is just keep showing that we're getting the same answer. So 6 times 1 equals 6. Woo, that's 6. Not very good. 6 times 1 equals 6. Here, 1 times 6 equals 6. And here again, 2 times 3 equals 6. I should be using 1 number, 1 square. I know, I'm sorry. It should be 1 number, 1 square. So 2 times 3. Okay, what can I do this time? Using the same numbers, but doing inverse. Switching the numbers over, but using the same numbers, or switching 2 of the numbers over. Still making the same answer, and basically the same number sentence. Okay, so that was 2 groups of 3. This time, 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3 groups of, or times, how many are in each group? Again, group isn't quite the correct word, but we're trying to use the same vocabulary to make it more consistent and understandable. Okay, so 3 groups. In each group there are how many squares? No, not 27. 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Altogether again, so 3 times 2, 3 groups of 2 equals 6. Excuse me. Okay, so what you have to do is choose 3